Hey guys, welcome back here to my channel, and today I'm getting straight back into another build. This is going to be called Tropic Races, and basically this is the map that's been provided for this month's diorama challenge. If you don't know about that, check out my last video on my channel. You'll know all about it. Go to the end, all the rules are there and what to do and how to submit your entry. But this is the map, and basically it was designed by Dan Ambley on Discord for the challenge, and it's based on the Intamin new concept of their monorail coaster. And it's really cool. It's very similar to the RMC coasters, but these are launched and they're racing. The layout's really compact. It looks really cool. So we've got this small piece of land here, and I'm just going to try and basically put something together. And the original idea that I had was nothing. I opened up the map, had a look. I really didn't know what to do. I was staring at it for a while, closed the map, came back another day, and I just basically started to color the trap stripey, and I took it from there. And I decided that the colors I picked looked kind of tropical, so I decided to go with a racing theme, of course, because they are racing coasters. But I decided to do like a tropical racing coaster and have it kind of go through sand dunes and pass some water and that kind of thing. So today I'm basically setting out the map for the next few videos and for the next few hours of play. It's good to get a good kind of start in the basics of your map and then take it from there. So I've colored the coaster, so I know what color scheme I'm going for. I'm laying out all the path work that can kind of really direct you in which direction to go with scenery, that kind of thing. It really helps. So I get those paths down. Going to do the entrance and exit lines for the actual coaster as well, so that really helps out with planning as well. And then I'm just going to take it from there. Basically I know that I've lifted up some land, and I know that I'm going to be putting a restaurant of some sort on top of the depot to hide it, and it's going to be on a hill. So that's the idea of hiding that. And then the rest of it, I'm just going to play by ear and see what happens, trying to stick to this tropical theme, something I'm not super experienced with, but I'll give it my best shot. And I know there's some cool pieces in the game that I can use. I know there's some bamboo from one of the mod sets that I have, I don't know which one, and so I can use that. I thought it'd be cool as well to try and squeeze a flat ride in somewhere, but that didn't quite work out for now. But later on I will actually add one in another time lapse. But today I'm just going to focus on doing the basics. So I thought this corner over here would be cool to have some water. There is actually a second launch on the coaster. So it's the first launch, you do an inversion, you do a little twist, and then you go into a second launch. And that second launch, I'm thinking about having it go out onto water and then kind of go around bank into this curve, where all this water will be coming down, like some waterfalls, some streams, and maybe I do some like sugar effects or something. So that's the idea on that corner there. I'm just enabling Freedom 2000 there, which you can get if you just type it into Google. You'll find it. It's not on the Steam Workshop, that mod, but you will find it if you search it. Freedom 2000, that allows you to rotate pieces, so I can put these waterfall pieces there from the vanilla game on the diagonal, so that works out really cool. Yeah, so I'm just gonna basically figure out some things. Right now I'm just gonna start off doing some station building and some theming, starting off with doing the catwalks, of course, getting those laid in. I am going to custom support the entire coaster, of course, because I always do, but I'm actually going to leave it and do it as I go along and find out actually kind of what I'm doing and the style and everything, and then maybe I can figure out the supports around the stuff. I find sometimes if I do the supports first, I'll build something and then half the supports are hidden by a building, and I wasted time doing the supports. So I just kind of wait until I've done the basics, and then I'll start doing the supports as I go along. So first of all, I wanted to do like something like a race control tower kind of thing. That's where it came from. The idea came from like these little the stations on Stealth and on Rita, Queen of Speed. They have this little kind of control booth that looks like a race control tower. I wanted to do something similar to that, but make it different, and so I decided to do like a viewing control platform that's not accessible by the guests, but it is there, and this will kind of house the race lights. I'm going to do like the lights and trigger them, you know, red, and then green. I'm going to put that all on there. So I'm going to kind of theme it to tropical. I just need to find which pieces look best, and then once I've kind of got the pieces I like and which colors I like, then I can use those colors and those pieces as a motive for the rest of the build. I find if you stick to a few pieces for your theme and change it up on each building, it all kind of stays cohesive but different, and it looks really cool. So once you found the pieces in the right colors, I kind of like to stick to it. So I've found this really cool fence that I like, which I think is a good color as well. The bamboo pieces are cool, and I love these roof pieces. So I'm just going to stick to those pieces, maybe change up the colors on them a little bit. This actual building here, I did like it, but the colors were slightly off, and I made a few little bits of them, a few bits darker later on, which made some of the kind of accents on it pop a bit more. But yeah, I'm just doing this little building, which I think is really cool there to have over the very first launch. And also the queue line for the coasters actually go underneath each side, and I'm going to put like the stripy colors on the side that correspond to the coaster. So that side has the turquoise and the purple, and the other side is going to have the orange and the yellow. So I think that'll work out really, really cool. I've just blueprinted half of that to save myself some time. There's no point in building stuff if you're just going to build exactly the same thing. Always blueprint it and place it down. I think it's such a good idea to do that when you're building. I forget sometimes, and I think, oh, why didn't I just blueprint it? But yeah, so I've done that. I've just put in some extra little details there with the bamboo, and the bamboo comes on like horizontal and straight, and I've actually used the Freedom 2000 mod to rotate them around and put them at angles, so that worked out really, really cool. So now I'm doing the race lights. So I'm going to put a trigger down, have them track triggered, and then I'm just going to do the standard kind of thing you see on race coasters. I mean, so many coasters have those lights. Top Fuel Dragster has it. Like I said, Stealth and Rita and Desert Race at Hyder Park, they all have these lights. So I think Desert Race has it, it must have. So my inspiration for this really was kind of water parks. I know it sounds really, really weird, but like a lot of water parks have that kind of Caribbean tropical theme, and they have these really cool colored water slides, and like I have that in my head. And so that was kind of where the inspiration came from coloring the stripy track, is from those kind of water slides. And I've just taken that concept and that idea and applied it to a theme park roller coaster situation. So that's basically the inspiration. Did a bit of Google digging and searching as well for kind of tropical themes and see what I could find. Found some cool little pictures and stuff which I've used as inspiration for kind of roof designs and how the restaurant I'm going to build later on will turn out. So I have all these pictures saved and I go back to them as references. I'm just going to get the station building done. Now this is a bit of a tricky one because the track comes really close to the station, so you can't do anything too elaborate because the track will actually collide unless you do something clever and have the track pass through sections like tunnels in the building or something. But I wanted to keep some sections of the station open anyway, seeing as this was like a tropical kind of vibe. So I've left those sections open there. I'm doing exposed wooden beam work, which I think works out really cool as well. And then just, yeah, basically using the same pieces and colors from that previous kind of structure that I did over the launch, and just applying it there to the station. This is such a trial and error building, like what I'm doing now. I'm literally just placing pieces down, seeing what looks good, kind of taking a step back, seeing kind of what's missing, what I could add, what I need to take away, and then just taking it from there really. And I kind of like it. I think it looks good. Like it's not like super complex or anything, but I think it definitely works out for the theme that I'm going for. And tropical theme isn't something I've done that much of, to be honest. I've done maybe a little bit. I built a water park that had a little bit of a tropical theme, but like doing a theme park or like a diorama challenge in a tropical theme, I haven't done really before. So this is kind of a little bit new for me, and I'm playing with some new color palettes that I don't normally use, and also some pieces that I don't really use that often as well. I'm really looking forward actually to doing like foliage and stuff on this map. I think that'd be really cool, using some more like jungle type pieces, tropical plants and trees, so that'd be really cool. I just want to make it look pretty as well. Like I have a theme for this one. Last month's build that I didn't have a theme, it was just pretty, and this month I've kind of got somewhat of a theme, and I'm still just going to do it pretty. Like I feel like the thing I do the best is making stuff look realistic, and so I'm going to try and make this look like a realistic coaster that's in a part of a theme park that's themed to the tropics, and I'm just going to stick with that. I think it will work out. I think it will be good. So the monorail coaster, believe it or not, is not something that I use that often in the game. I definitely gravitate to the same rides and coasters when I'm building, and I know what I like to build and I know what looks good. So I build like the same things. I do launch coasters, like just standard Intamin ones. B&M invert coasters they're my favorite thing to build. I love doing those. So I definitely build the same type of coasters. So using the monorail track is something I'm really not that like experienced with. I don't do it often. I've maybe built one monorail coaster, but I don't think I've ever put one into one of my parks or anything. So this is the first time really that I'm kind of playing with the monorail coaster and using it in that. So as you just saw there, I put down like a nice little sign on the side of the station as the exit for the ride. So I just thought that'd be nice to put there. And then I'm actually going to do like a main entrance for the ride in another episode, which I'm just going to figure out where it's going to go and the angle and the position and everything. I think it's really important to look at your map and look where the guests would come and where they would see the entrance, and have the entrance stand out in the right position. You don't want to hide the entrance to the ride and not have it obvious. So putting it in a nice open path space is always good, and having like a very clear entrance sign or something that says, hey, this is the beginning of the ride, this is where you queue. So that's something to look into. And also, like when I add a flat ride in, like where you place things is super important. Like I'm going to put a flat ride in somewhere and I just need it to be in a good place. You don't want to put it where it's crammed up somewhere that it doesn't look right. Also, you need to look at the composition of the ride or the other rides in the area. You don't want it to be too close or take away from something. If I was going to do a tower ride, would I do it tall? Would I put it near the tallest part of the ride and make it taller than the main ride? Because I think that would draw focus. So those kind of things I look into. And just path flow as well. I look into path flow. Does the path make sense? Is it easy to navigate for the guests? This is the kind of thing I think theme park builders in real life look at. They look into how can the guest navigate the park? Can they see the entrances for the rides very clearly? And that's something I really like to apply to my builds when I'm doing these kind of realistic type theme park situation builds in this game. So right now I'm doing the exit bridge. Only one of the sides of the coaster actually uses the bridge, but I thought it'd be nice to have a bridge anyway, just to kind of really make the end of the ride like the end of the race. So you've got this bridge, you've got the finish sign, and the coaster's going to come racing into the brake set under that sign into the brake run. And then these little gates open for the trains to go into the station. I just thought that'd be a really nice ending for this coaster. Come to the end of the video now. I'm just going to finish up this little bridge and this walkway. Thank you guys for watching so much. I really do appreciate it. I am on Patreon now as well. If you want to subscribe to that, it's $3 or €3 even a month. And you get early access to my videos and little updates and screenshots. And if you want to subscribe to my channel, please go ahead and click the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up for this video. It really does help me out and the channel and the YouTube algorithms and all that stuff. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time here for another episode on my channel. Bye.